What is going on, everyone? Chris with Jerno's Comics and Pop Culture here on my favorite day of the week, Friday, because it's Friday Night Live, hanging out with all of these lovely people. We got an awesome show today, guys. A lot of announcements. We're going to be talking about how you guys can still have a chance to win some awesome prizes in our Halloween contest giveaway raffle. Well, it's not really a contest. Well, it is. If it's a raffle, I guess it's a contest, right? But then we have a topic of discussion about a comic book that you should buy right now. We're going to get into that. But let's take some seconds here, maybe a minute or two to let some more folks get in. Let's say what's up to everyone already here hanging out at the Comics Lounge. What's going on? Mountain Air, Jordan, Lennon. What is up, Lennon? Josh Z. What's going on, Josh? SSGSS. Uzumaki. How is it going, Sean? What's going on, Sean? Juggy Fresh. I love it. BBB. Ah, it's beautiful, folks. Super rad. Will. Lisa's in the house. Ah, man. It's going to be a great Friday. Pedro. I already know it. Jordan says, Adam Warlock in the Infinity Watch. Nukes. What is up? Man, so many awesome people here already. Peter. Louie. I'm feeling it, guys. I am feeling it right now. All right. We got Captain Comics. Ahoy. What is going on? Guys, okay. So, Comic Toby, you guys just keep coming in. Few announcements, as always. If you're just joining for the first time, please take some time to subscribe to the channel. I produce content almost every single day of the week. Almost. And I love this community. I love seeing it grow. I'm pushing the 9,000 subscriber mark real soon. And of course, I still can't wait to have my 10K subscriber contest. Kenneth, what's going on, Kenneth? Also, for those that don't know, it's Friday. When we're done here, we can head over to Comic Book Canon. Myself and my partner, my co-host, Jeff, we do our Comic Book Canon show live every Friday night. That begins at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, of course. So hope to see all of you over there as well. We're going to have an awesome show tonight. There was a lot of news. We had DC Fandom. We had a huge news from Marvel Studios and Disney. A lot to talk about. And then top 10 comics of the week, top 10 hottest comics of the week. Really interesting stuff. I'm going to get passionate about what I'm talking about this week. So I hope to see all of you guys over there on the Canon. The Comics Lounge. So many. Yes. All right, so check this out, folks. So we have a topic of discussion, but we actually have kind of a subtopic, and that is my Halloween raffle. But before we get into that, I do want to let everyone know, if you are a member of the channel, and if you're not yet, you can click the join button below. It's only $1.99 a month to help support the channel, and you get extra perks every month, early access to some of my videos, and I do little giveaways here and there. So right now, somebody is going to be winning this Spawn Universe #1 McFarlane variant. I posted a post in the community post a couple days ago asking everyone how many comics they think that I have in my CLZ app right now. I took a screenshot. I have like a couple hundred books that I haven't put in yet, so I'm not counting those. I was trying to get an exact number, and whoever gets closest is going to win this awesome book right here. So I'll let that run a couple more days for any members that haven't seen that post yet. If you want to sign up as a member and go commenting on it, you can do it too, as long as you're a member and you comment before I tally up all the comments and see who gets close. We shall see. All right. Next up, I got this, The Boys 1. This is the Gem Mint Comic Tom variant, exclusive variant. I was wondering how I was going to give this away. And because I never rolled out my 8,000 subscriber contest, I'm going to call this the 8,500 subscriber contest. And I'm going to be giving this bad boy away right here. How I'm going to do that, I will probably let you guys know in the next week or so. I want to get through our Halloween raffle before I go into details about that. But look out for that probably within the next week to 10 days. All right. Now, I have one more shout out. I got to give a big shout out to Mr. Sticker. Guys, I don't have his link below. I'm going to put it in the chat here. Go follow Mr. Sticker 09. There it is on Instagram. He does amazing stickers for a really affordable price. As you can see here, we got some Jerno's Comics exclusive stickers. So I'll be throwing these in all of my contests and giveaways. Any package that I ship out will be getting an official Jerno's Comics sticker. Big, big shout out. Where's that sticker? Mr. Sticker 09. That is on Instagram. Go give him a follow. Show some love. And hey, if you're looking for some stickers, he's got some good deals. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm so happy. It's been too long. I've been meaning to get stickers for so long. All right, let's put these guys aside. And let's see. Matt Stash. What's going on, Matt? Will Spencer. Nuke. I love that you guys are guessing. But again, this is for channel members only, and you have to find the post. You have to find the post that I posted in the community forum of YouTube. Phil, what's going on, Phil? Juggy Fresh. Let's see. Comics Lounge. CVA, what's going on? Comic Variance Authority. Oh, so many people here hanging out. Awesome, guys. All right. Let's talk about this Halloween raffle, folks. So again, I've said it a couple times before in past live shows. I was recently displaced from my home, my family and I, and we had some lots of damage in the entirety of our home. We were in a hotel for 2 months, finally back in the hotel. We still had work going on yesterday for them trying to get everything back in order. When I was out, though, amazing people of this community decided to step up and create a GoFundMe. I never asked for it. When they started it, I didn't want to self-promote it. I said, I appreciate that. I'll let y'all do your thing. I don't want to ask for a handout, anything like that. So I'm just going to stay in the background. And anyone that donates, I'm truly humbled and appreciative. But I didn't want to promote it. But then these good people turned it into a raffle, a giveaway raffle where everyone that donates has an opportunity to win some awesome prizes. So once that was changed, I said, it's only fair for me to back this. All the people that were involved that put in so much hard work to make this happen. So here it is, folks. The first link below is the link to the GoFundMe where you can donate to be entered into this raffle. I will say this, even now that we're back in our home, we do have a lot of expenses still trying to recoup. Every dollar that I'm getting in this fund is going to the family expenses to take care of all the damages that occurred. So with that out of the way, though, this is how you have an opportunity to enter. I'm going to bring some stuff up on screen right now. All right, here we go. All right, so it is the Halloween raffle giveaway, okay? This raffle will take place 1 week from today on next Friday's Friday Night Live. All right. Big shout out to X11 Bravo Comics and EGS Comics. It was really them coming together to make this happen. X11 Bravo with just the whole, groundwork and putting this into motion. Teaming up with EGS Comics. If you guys aren't familiar with EGS Comics and their grading company, their link is below somewhere in the description as well. Check them out. We have 4 amazing slabs, 9.8 EGS slabs that we're going to be raffling off, but that's not all. All right. So again, this is how it works. From anyone who donates right now, every $5 that you donate gets you 1 raffle ticket. So if you donate $25, you get 5. If you donate $10, you get 2 raffle tickets. All right. And you have an opportunity to win every book that we are raffling off. All right. I also have to give a huge thank you to Azores Tiger and Comic Aussie for stepping up and getting involved and working with X11 and EGS as well. They each are donating a book as well. I'll get into that in just a moment here. Then I got contacted from Swaggle, and if you all aren't subscribed to Swaggle Comics on YouTube, you better be going and finding him and giving him a subscribe to his channel. He said, you know what, Jerno, I'm going to donate a little something too. And then amazing friend of the channel and community member, Mark Lineker, is donating something as well. And I also am going to throw something into the pot, and we're going to go into what each of these things are right now. So let me pull this up on screen. On my screen, you guys see it. So here's where we're at, folks. That first link below will bring you to the GoFundMe. It'll give you some information on how everyone involved started putting the pieces together to build this up. And like I said, I'm truly humbled, and the gratitude that I have in my heart is beyond words. So first up, this is what we have right here. We have an Amazing Spider-Man 55 second print Gleason cover, 9.8 EGS with that custom label. Just a beautiful, beautiful 9.8 slab. The custom label, the black and red with the spider webs. Absolutely amazing. Now, let's see if I can remember correctly, because we had, so let's go to this one first. This one was donated by Comic Ozzy. I believe this one was donated by Azores Tiger. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I'll make sure I know for sure come Friday. All right, this one right here was donated by Comic Ozzy. This is the Amazing Spider-Man 55 third print blue variant. Look at that beautiful black and blue custom label as well. This one's a 9.6. But then we have, this is my favorite. Why is it my favorite? Well, because it is signed by yours truly, Chris, aka Jerno's Comics and Pop Culture. You have the custom Jerno's Comics Signature Series label with my logo right there as well. This is in a 9.8 Carnage Black, White, and Blood #1. My first signature series from EGS. Really, really cool. This one, I do believe, was donated by X11. I actually have this one right here, folks. This is Invincible Red Sonja #3, the Virgin variant, 9.8. Look at that. Just beautiful. Certificate of authenticity with grader's notes from every EGS slab. All right. Let's see. And then Swaggle is donating Doctor Strange #60. This book is hot right now. It's got some speculation behind it. This is basically where we learn that the Darkhold is has something to do with vampires. And we got Scarlet Witch, Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, and Doctor Strange teaming up, which, hey, we might see something like that in the future in the MCU. So big thank you to Swaggle, and Mark Lineker is donating a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. This is volume 2 from the Mirage run. I believe it came out in 1993. So just an amazing book. Look at that amazing cover. Just beautiful. All right, folks. Now, it's not stopping there. Tony does do amazing work, Lisa. Now, so actually, let me bring this up one more time. So again, the link is below in the description. It's the first link that you'll see there. And right now, the goal is 1,500. We're sitting at 1,060. If we hit our goal, I'm going to be donating another Amazing Spider-Man 55 red variant, the second print, in a CGC 9.8. So if we hit the 1,500 goal, I will be throwing this in. And if we cross over the 1,500 goal, even if it's just by $1, I'm going to be throwing in this beautiful Gleason cover, the Amazing Spider-Man 75. I just got a couple copies of these from my comic shop. I bought them in my previews orders, so I'm going to be throwing one of these in. Like I said, even if we go over by $1, I'll be throwing this in as well. And keep in mind, every one of these is a separate winner. It's going to be a separate raffle ticket for each book that we have to give away. All right. So again, thank you to everyone. X11, EGS, Tony, Azorus, Comic Ozzy, Mark Lineker, Swaggle Haas. Thank you all so much for all the hard work that you guys did to make this happen. Speaking for myself and for my family, we are truly humbled and grateful. And I'm glad that I can, have an opportunity to throw some prizes in the mix here as well. So there it is, folks. Again, that link is below. Cutoff is next Wednesday, basically at midnight Pacific time. Okay. To be able to donate and to be able to get raffle tickets for the drawing next Friday. All right, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much for patiently waiting through that. Let me get some water, and we're going to get into this topic of discussion tonight. All right. We got Comic Noob hanging out. We got the Comics Lounge. Let's see. David LaRoe. Who else we got in here? Brian. What's going on, Brian? I think I said what's up to Matt Stadge and Will. All right, folks. Here we go. Are we ready? The title of tonight's live show. A comic book that you must buy right now. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Warlock in the Infinity Watch #1. I'm totally just kidding. I am totally just kidding, guys. I had to do it though. I had to. I might be talking a little more about Warlock tonight in Comic Book Canon, but no, it's not Warlock. I got to see folks' reactions. What's going on, Charlotte? Planet AZ, what is up? Hope you are driving safe. Let's see. Comic Criminal, knew it. Nah, I'm telling you though, guys, again, everyone that's here right now, I hope to see you on the Canon. The top 10 list is fresh this week. I'm going in, guys. I'm going in. I usually pick my top 3 today. I couldn't just pick 3. More about that on the live show on Comic Book Canon. Shadow Rat, what's going on, Shadow Rat? In all seriousness, folks, Warlock Chronicles, I mean, it's a cheap buy. You could probably still find Warlock Chronicles #1 in the dollar bins or, for $2-3. So I might have 2 copies of that. I know I have it. I have at least 1. Let's talk about this though, folks. Let's talk about this. A comic book that you must buy right now. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. There is absolutely no comic that you should buy right now, especially if I'm telling you to buy it. Death Killer, what's going on? There is no comic book out there right now that you should buy, especially if I'm telling you to buy it. I'm going to repeat that one more time. One more time. There is not one comic book that you should buy right now, especially if I'm telling you to buy it. So I know what's going on, Isaac. I know I pulled you guys in. With the title of tonight's video. But I did this for a reason. Because it speaks to what I pride myself in who I am as Jerno's Comics. I know for a fact that I have a lot of viewers, and as my channel grows, those types of viewers grow. I have viewers that watch my channel. Dr. Lovebox, what's going on? I have viewers that watch my channel, that listen to my top 10 videos, that listen to these comics to invest in for under $100, or comics to invest in before the Spider-Man movie comes out. I know, because I read all of my comments, that people watch my videos, probably pull out their phones while they're watching, or go on eBay, whatever the case may be, and buy books that I'm talking about. But I don't ever want to put not only myself in a position, but I don't want to put any of you in a position to where you feel like you are buying a comic book simply because I'm telling you. Ever. Now, I have respect for probably 99.9% of content creators out there in the comic book community. If your channel is filled with nothing but hate, then I might not have respect for you, but those are the few and far between. So many good people in this community as content creators. And I know some people do this. I know some people will promote books and do videos where they're telling you that you should buy this book. You should buy this book. I will never do that. So I apologize if I disappoint you all and I don't have the specific book, because there's no book that you should buy right now that I'm telling you to buy. And I want you all to learn something from what I'm saying. I want you to learn something about me, if you didn't already know. And I want you to learn something about yourselves as collectors. This is what's important here. This is a two-way kind of a topic of discussion here. It's not just about me. It's more about you guys and giving you guys the tools to be better collectors. You have to understand. You have to understand. Content creators including myself, we are not a bank, we're not an entity that can solidify anything in this hobby for the most part. Ah, man. Mountain Air, thank you so much for the super chat. He said, I see what you did there. That Mountain Air, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. Thank you. So we're not doctors, right? You got a sick, you're ill, or there's something wrong with you. Maybe you pulled a muscle and you need to get surgery. You need to take a medicine, and you go to your doctor and you trust your doctor to say, we recommend you go to physical therapy, or we recommend you get shoulder surgery, right? Content creators, we're not comic book doctors. We're not here to tell you what to do. We can advise. Just like right now, I'm advising you all. I can advise you top 10 Bronze Age keys to invest in. And then I talk about Bronze Age keys, and I tell you why they might be a good buy right now. But then what do I always say? If you don't have love for the book, if you're not willing to take the risk, any of those things, then don't buy it. Might not be for you. I said before, and I'll say it again, FOMO isn't always a bad thing. FOMO can be fun at times where we get so excited and we want to, but we have to control our FOMO. And we have to allow this comic book hobby to still be enjoyable, to where we are making smart purchasing decisions, because at the end of the day, we want to, and we're not doing it based on reactionary behavior and emotions. And I know, because I'll watch a YouTube video and I'll see somebody else talking about a book. And I'm doing the same thing, folks. I'm doing the same exact thing. I'm going on eBay. I'm going on Mercari. I'm going into Facebook Marketplace. I'm going on the Facebook groups in search of this comic book because somebody just talked about it. And now I'm interested. But I do two things. Just because I'm looking doesn't mean I'm going to buy. And secondly, I'm always patient still. What's going on, Apple? G Money. Ghostly bot. Folks, if I ever make a video on my channel telling you that you should buy this comic, especially if I say you should buy this comic right now, please call me out. Please call me out. Again, it's all about intent and wording as well. Because we could sit here and say, this is a hot, like, and I've talked about it before, like say, you know, let me just grab a random book. This is just a random book. Wonder Woman 18. It's just a random book. It's only worth a few bucks. But what if this was the first appearance of a character and I said, I think that this book has a huge upside. You could get it for like probably $5 in your back issue bins. I think that this is a sound investment because we might see this character in the MCU or whatever reason. So what do I always say in my videos for those that watch my channel? Mr. Chris teaching here. By raise of hand, I always say, I'm here to give you a little bit of some facts, whether it be numbers and what they're doing on the market and data, and I'll sprinkle in my own opinion about it. And I'll let you all decide what you want to do when it comes to your purchasing decisions, right? Oh, man. Brian, the key is to buy before the announcement, be ahead of the trend. Thank you so much for the super chat, Brian. Truly, truly appreciate it. Brian is speaking more to buying books that have speculative value based on live action, film, TV shows, and so forth. And there's a lot of tips that can be had there, including buying before any type of announcement. I've talked often about the MCU going cosmic, and I've been talking about Nova for over 2 years now. I've talked about Adam Warlock. I've talked about Quasar. You know, and when you talk about things like that, then you could say, okay, as a collector, are these something that I would enjoy buying? And am I willing to spend part of my budget on these types of books? And then you got to ask yourself, why? Why are you buying them? To flip them for kind of a long hold, maybe a short hold, maybe just to hold until there is some type of announcement and to sell off. Remember, everyone, we all collect for different reasons. What's going on, Callan? We're all a bit different. We're not all the same. But what needs to remain is that love for comic books. I have a responsibility to all of you. How would it sound? How would it sound if I made a video saying, buy this comic book now before it's too late, or like, you know, a comic books to buy right now, or you should buy this comic book right now. Imagine me saying about, like, honestly, what if I came out and made a video? You guys know I love this book, and it's been a bit of a joke, you know, that I joke around with it so much, but I've always said there's something there with this book too. I don't think it's ever going to be worth crazy money, but I honestly believe that the Infinity Watch storyline is something that can happen. And if you guys saw the finale of What If, there's even more there. There's even more there that shows that we're not done with the Infinity Stones and something could be brewing. But here's the thing. Can you imagine me? Now, what if I said a month ago or 2 months ago, buy this book. You should buy this book right now. And you guys bought it for, maybe some of you went and listened to me and bought it for $2, $3, maybe $5, $6, right? Comic Toby, thank you so much. Oh, my first appearance of Speedball. And here, and this is what I'll say to that. That's a good, I have like 2 copies of that. I've had one from when I was a kid, and I think I found one in the dollar bin. That's a cool, very affordable first appearance. And who knows? Speedball. Thank you, Comic Toby. Appreciate it. Mad respect. What's going on? What if I told you guys a couple months ago that you should buy this book? Well, as of today, you might be like, all right, Jerno, thank you for telling me that I should buy that book. Because guess what? These books aren't selling for $2, $3, $4 anymore, at least right now. A high raw sold for over $100 this week, guys. It was a newsstand. A direct, I think a high direct sold for over 60. If I remember off the top of my head, I'll be talking about this on Comic Book Canon. So you guys might be sitting there saying, man, thanks, Chris. I'm glad I listened to you. I'm glad you told me to buy that book. You told me that I should, that I have to buy that book. Well, guess what? What if Warlock comes? And it's all right. I don't think Warlock's going to be a one and done. I think Warlock's going to be a big in the MCU, and he's going to be great, by the way. But what if he comes? You know, and it's cool, and the books are like hot for a minute. What if he's only in a couple movies and then he goes away? Hey, Dan, what's going on, Dan? What if nothing happens with the Infinity Watch? What if we never see the Infinity Stones again? And what if a year from now, that book is right back down to where it was before? $2, $3, $4, maybe $5. What if I made that video a month ago telling you to buy that book, and somebody didn't see it until today, and they're paying $30, $40, $50, $60, $70 for this book now? Because I made a video saying, you need to buy this book. What if I did that? And what if it didn't pan out? Can you imagine? I mean, I have like 25 copies of this book. I'm not out flipping them. They're mine. I'm not selling any. I don't even think I can sell one. Although it would be nice to right now just because of what they're doing on the market. But it doesn't matter if I'm selling them or not. Can you imagine my viewers knowing that I have 20-something copies of this book? You guys see a video of me telling you what to do, and then the book crashes down or comes back down to earth, whatever you want to call it. I would hate to hear your guys' comments in my videos. Jerno's freaking, he's a dirty flipper. He was just hyping it up to flip his 30 copies, and he knew that it was just hype. It was he manipulated the market, you know, right? Like it's all his fault. It only got hot because he's a YouTuber, and he talked about it like all these things. People might come and talk crap about me that way no matter what I do. But if I told you guys to buy that book and that ended up happening, I wouldn't even be mad at you all for coming at me that way. The moral of the story here, again, 2 things. One is for you all to understand where I'm coming from and the responsibility that I hold for myself on this channel. That's number 1 for me. I am all about transparency, and I'm all about ethics and sticking to what I believe in. And I will talk about the comic book market. I'm a businessman. I have multiple business degrees, and I love business. I will talk up comics in a business manner all day, every day. Comic Journey, what's going on? I will talk about if I think a book is a good investment. I will tell you what it's doing on the market. And then I'll tell you, if it ain't for you, don't buy it. If you ain't willing to go in that casino with the $1,000 in your pocket, willing to come out of that casino with $0 in your pocket, then don't walk into that casino. Because if I'm telling you that you should buy comics, I'm just as bad as somebody trying to swindle someone off the streets that hasn't paid their rent that month, telling them to come into my casino and spend their last dollar because they're guaranteed to win. Nobody's guaranteed to win. And when a YouTube, in my humble opinion, when a YouTube creator tells you all, collectors and viewers, that you should buy this comic book now, they're telling you that you're guaranteed to win, and you never are. Never. Anybody that understands finance, that understands investing, will understand that. No investment is guaranteed, period. I will never do that on my channel. And if for some reason I ever do, I want you all to call me out and blast me. I mean that. Now, number two, again, this is for you all. When you guys watch YouTubers, I don't want you to be rude to any YouTuber. I don't want you to create conspiracy theories about any YouTuber. What's going on, Vinny? What's going on, Serge? Jimmy G. All right. I don't care if they're big YouTubers like Comic Tom or Bueller, or, solid YouTubers like Bryce Comics, who's been doing amazing things this last year, who's really got his channel going, or, smaller channels, that are just hanging out doing their thing. I don't care who they are. Don't ever be rude. Don't be an a-hole. But be conscious of what they're saying and how they're saying it. Take note. Get educated. Take in what you can from them. But be smart. What's going on, Jesse? Drew. You guys have to do your homework and your due diligence. What's going on, Steven? Don't just listen to YouTubers, including myself. A comic book that you should buy right now is a comic book that you know here and here why you want to buy it. A comic book that you should buy right now is a comic book that you know that you'll never regret buying, no matter how much it cost or no matter what you bought it for. A comic that you should buy right now, if you're looking to flip, then do your homework. Listen to the YouTubers maybe. Listen to the market. Do your research on the market. Look at what it's doing, selling on the market. And then make a sound decision. A comic book that you should buy right now, for some of you, might just be a comic book that's a standard old back issue. Or maybe it's a grail that you never obtained and you just want to, and you don't care. You don't care if it might go up in value in a year, or maybe you don't care that it's going to drop in value in a year, but you just want it right now. Hey, if you can live with that, then that's a comic that you should buy right now. You see what I'm doing there? You see what I'm doing? A comic book that you should buy right now is a comic book that you can live with and be happy with. No matter if you're going to flip it, hold it, stash it, gift it, hoard it, whatever the case may be. Buy what you like best. Absolutely. And it's that simple, folks. Be very careful listening to YouTubers. Nobody knows what is guaranteed to increase or decrease. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that have a good sound understanding of the market, just like I pride myself on. But still, do your homework. I don't want anybody getting burned in this hobby. I don't want anybody blaming anyone else, because at the end of the day, even if there is a YouTuber that's making a video saying you should buy this book, if you buy it, it's still your fault. If you buy it and it's a dud, it's still your fault. Nobody twisted your hand. Nobody made you do it. Nobody, put something up to your head and buy this comic. No. So it's still on you at the end of the day, right? Do the research and make your own choice. So that is my topic of discussion today, folks. Again, Dialogue Somebody, what's going on? Ghost Junk. I will never tell you guys that you need to buy something. I encourage you guys to be hip to the market, and I'm going to be here helping you along the way. I'm going to be here taking time out of my days every day of the week, 7 days a week, doing my research, putting together charts and graphs, picking books that I think have good possibilities of increasing, affordable books that you can invest in. I'll do all of those things, and I do believe it is a sharing that with you all obviously allows me to do what I do on my channel, but I'm sharing what is out there for everyone still, if you take the time to do it. So again, don't just listen to me at the end of the day. All right. So we're going to hang out for a few more minutes before we go over to Comic Book Canon. That's just over a half an hour away. So if anybody has any comments or questions, now is the time. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, guys, if you haven't checked out that Golden Age video, I did 6 affordable Golden Age keys to invest in. All right. And no, I'm not telling you to buy them. Just talking about them. Right? Again, folks, big shout out to everyone that came together to put the raffle on. Again, that raffle will be next Friday during my Friday Night Live. We got amazing prizes to give away. Every $5 donation, you'll get a raffle ticket to win one of these amazing prizes. The link is below. It's the first link in the description below. Again, big shout out to X11 Bravo Comics, EGS Graded Comics, Azores Comic Ozzy, Swaggle Haas, Mark Lineker. Thank you all so much for donating to the prize pool. And again, folks, if we do hit that goal, I will be throwing in, where did it go? Oh, yeah, it's right here. I just pulled it out. This beautiful 9.8 CGC, Amazing Spider-Man 55 second print, red variant, Gleason cover. And if we even just go $1 above the goal, I'll be throwing in this Gleason Amazing Spider-Man 75 as well. So, any questions or comments? Let's see. Jail Rock. Your most proud book. I don't have time to grab that today, but maybe for a future show. Jay Santos, are you reading House of Slaughter? I haven't picked up House of Slaughter myself. Jimmy G gives it a thumbs up. Comic Journey says I'm going to start pissing off all the FOMO spec YouTubers. Look. I hope not, because like I said, I respect there's so many people that bring so many different things to the table. And even if somebody does a video and they're saying, buy this book now, it might be a solid book to invest in still. I just disagree with the lingo. You know what I'm saying? I would never state it like that. It's all about our intent through our words. But and that's why I'm trying to tell you guys, don't Don't get pulled into the clickbait titles or the wording of it. Look at they're bringing up data. Look at if they're giving reasons to why this might be a sound investment right now. Look at those things and critically think about it. One thing about my channel, I think, is there a comic book channel called like Critically Thinking or something like that? I want a coin phrase like the critical thinker or something. A lot of the discussions that I have, and that I get passionate about, are really to allow all of you watching to critically think, to critically analyze things. And it's that simple. Comic Toby, thank you again. I just have I don't know what to do it. I appreciate you even sharing just a couple dollars for the super chat. Thank you so much, because it means an absolute lot to me. G Money says, I can't wait to dip into that sick hardcover. Juggy says, spec YouTubers are still a part of our community. Some have good intentions. Take all advice with a grain of salt. Exactly, Juggy. I'm going to put this up here too, because I think you really summed it up. And this is how we could still be respectful and not take shots. I'm not taking shots at anybody here. That's why I said I hope nobody should be getting upset here. I'm just, being transparent. And I'll read this again. Spec YouTubers are still part of our community. I do spec. I spec. Some have good intentions. Take all advice with a grain of salt. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's that simple. Just don't take everything at face value. All right? Use your brain. Use your heads. Be patient, guys. All for the good of comics. Bryant. Thanks for stopping in, Bryant. Some spec YouTubers are full of crap, and it's transparent that they are doing things for personal gain. Hey, look, to each their own. If that's the case, I'm one that I would rather not. I don't know. I don't even want to open this can of worms right now, guys. At the end of the day, just like in this country where it's supposed to be, innocent until proven guilty. So I would just be careful. Just be careful being accusatory to anybody, whether it's a YouTube content creator, somebody on social media, or somebody in real life. Just, sometimes it's better to just take a step back and just, but then there's times, that, like for myself, I talk about things because I'm passionate about it. And some people would tell me like, oh, just leave it alone. So, it's a fine line, folks. It is a fine line. Yeah, LCSs can overprice books all they want, and it doesn't mean that you need to buy them. If an LCS is overpricing books and everybody knew that they were overpriced and said, no, I'm good, I'm going to move on, they'd go out of it. They'd have to change their prices, or they'd go out of business. And that's another reason why I want you guys to not just listen to one person, a YouTuber, or anybody saying, buy this comic. Do your research. Be patient. Because when you do that, it allows this industry to be more healthy. When we stop acting so much on the reactionary FOMO, we allow prices to reflect more of an educated fair market value. Fair market value is fair market value, and it's organic. I'm not sitting here saying people are manipulating the market and all that jazz and all that crap. That's crap. A fair market value is a fair market value. Somebody's willing to pay X amount of dollars for that book, they're willing to. But they might be, paying that X amount of dollars because they got that FOMO and they're not really educated. So the more that we are educated, patient buyers, the more it's going to help these values of these books on the market be something that kind of collectively we're more willing to afford and spend, except, instead of having just like these high rollers be the only ones that could be buying them out. So KRS. Tyler's the mighty. All right. Everyone should spec and flip. You should make the hobby pay for itself unless you have so much money you don't know what to do with. Steven, this is going back to wording. I disagree with you saying everyone should spec and flip. You should make the hobby pay for itself. What's this video about? You should buy this book. I don't like sitting here telling people what they should do. The only thing I tell people what they should do is be decent human beings. You should be a decent human being. That's it. You should subscribe to my channel. But even then, no. Saying that everybody should spec and flip goes against why some people collect comic books. I don't flip books at all. The only time I've sold books if I have doubles, and I'm willing to get rid of some of the doubles. I've thought about flipping. I don't, it takes a mentality. It takes a drive. It takes a type of personality. Specking and flipping is not for everyone. So no, everyone shouldn't do that. Now, Steven, you could reword that and say, if you have the brain, if you have the ability and the time and you want to put the effort in to spec and flip, it's something that could be very, very rewarding because you can make the hobby pay for itself. See, so you're ultimately saying the same thing and you're giving the same advice, but it's coming off more in a more humble way. You're not like pointing a finger saying you should. You're suggesting, hey, this could be something that can work out for some of you, but maybe not all of you. Because I know darn well there are people out there that just collect because they like to read the stories or because they're nostalgic about a certain character, whatever the case may be. And maybe maybe they're not rich, but they have a decent job and they can afford the hobby to an extent that makes them happy, and they don't need to sell comic books. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So on that note, I'm gonna wrap up here because I'm not gonna let some negative BS come into the chat right now. I already see where it's going. By the way, I've been reading so many amazing outside of Amazing Spider-Man. Nick Spencer. I'm reading some great stories right now by Marvel. I'm reading some great stories by DC and by Boom Studios. Still reading a couple Image stories. So a lot of modern new comic books out there that are doing an amazing job. Some great art, some great storytellers out there. The comic book industry is alive and well. Remember, folks, collect in a way that makes you happy. In the good words of our friend, rest in peace, OMG Chris, collect what you're passionate about. And hey, share it with everybody here on YouTube. On that note, folks, thank you all so much for hanging out today. Again, the link to the donation raffle is below. We are 22 minutes away from the cannon, and I hope to see each and every one of you there. Peace.